Today I'm working on this huge dent on this Audi S4 without damaging the exterior paint. I'm going to show you how I get a dent from looking like this to this. Hello everyone, it's Clark Ken, the Man of Steel. Welcome along for another Paintless Dent Repair on YouTube. We're looking at the rear quarter panel of this Audi. So looking at the damage, you can see the majority of the dented area covers just about the entire height of the panel. This will require a lot of skill and patience to remove a deep dent on a body line. So let's pan across the panel and look first at the crown just above the body line by the tail light. Some do-it-yourself guys would pour hot boiling water and take a toilet plunger to pop out the dent. Sometimes it works. If it doesn't work, you could always use my method as a backup plan. So my first step, let's remove 2 bolts so we can pop off the tail light. It's really easy to push back the interior trim. Looking inside, you can see sound deadening is in the way. Using a heat lamp and a metal scraper to remove the sticky deadener, now we have open access for my PDR tools. However, I decided to try to reduce some of the damage first with my dent, puller, and glue. A quick explanation on my method. Here is a side view of the dent on your left. Our number one goal on any huge repair is restoring the shape, which is on your right. I'm going to use the big dent puller on the impact point on the body line. So before I can glue pull, I will need to clean the panel with a 91% alcohol and warm up the panel. I'm going to place tabs on the body line. My first pull using a PDR bridge puller for my glue tabs. That will help to get the dent out. Attaching a drill to the puller and pulling only 30% out. Now going after the pressure ring around the dented area. Leaving pressure on the puller, this helps the dent come out cleaner and easier. Lightly and carefully just touching the crown with my blending hammer. Going to give a few more revolutions with my drill to get 60 to 70% of the dent up. Again, taking the blending hammer and going to knock down more of the pressure ring. Lightly and carefully just touching the crown with my blending hammer. Going to give a few more revolutions with my drill to get 60% to 70% of the dent up. Again, taking the blending hammer and going to knock down more of the pressure ring. Be careful not to hit the panel too hard. It will create more cleanup work at the end. One more time, repeating the step. Going to pull the remaining with the drill to get the rest of the dent up. Now going after the crown. Slowly and gradually knocking down the high area. When lightly tapping around the dent, it will take the pressure off the low sections. My next step, now I'm going to use a suction slide hammer to pull the larger low areas. I'm leaving the pressure on the glue puller. This tool I will leave the link down below. This works similar to a plunger, however this tool has a lot more pulling power. Going after the low section, now hoping to get the dent to release. The low areas were wanting to resist me. However, I hung in there knowing the metal will eventually move. Now I'm going to remove the bridge puller and glue tabs with my alcohol cleaner. We are making progress. Going to do more knockdown work on the high crown areas. Again, warming up the panel for another round of glue pulling. I'm putting 450-degree hot glue on the tab and placing it on the bottom side of the line. Once I remove the remaining large section, the rest of the dent will come out much easier. A side note, Ultra and Kiko has an awesome dent removal kit for home or shop. I'm not sure on the cost. I will leave some tool links down below. I'm going in on my final glue pull with the PDR Dent Puller. Panning the panel after using the glue and suction, a big improvement. You can see around 90% of the dent is gone. I could continue with glue, however, I feel it would be quicker to use some PDR tips and tools. The remaining 10%, I will be working from the back side of the metal using Paintless Dent Repair rods. My next tool will be a single bend with a soft tip to start my pushing. I found 2 points of access, one behind the tail light, the other in the wheelhouse. Using a light pushing motion to bring up the dent up and out. Some sections of the dent will come out high. When that occurs, I will use a variety of different size knockdown tools to bring down the high spots. I'm beginning my time lapse. I'm lifting up the low areas with my tool tip, strategically being precise and careful not to push too hard on the panel. Many rounds of pushing and knocking down to get the dent to lay flat. We are still in the roughing out stage. This is where you need to continue to be patient when working on huge basketball-sized dents. You're getting awesome visual content training on YouTube. Slowly manipulating the low sections and knocking down the high areas. Since I restored the overall shape of the quarter panel, the rest of the dent is flowing easily. If the dent stops moving, you may have a bodyline issue, a shape issue, or a crown issue. I will continue to move my PDR light both sides of the damage and continue to look for more micro lows. Once the lows are located, I bring them up. At the same time, I'm looking for crowns and high spots to knock them down. The key is moving your PDR light and head movement. I'm continually scanning the panel. This is how I finish large low areas of the dent. Thank you for coming along. If you enjoyed the video, it'd be great to get a thumbs up. Are you wanting more videos on how to fix huge dent repairs? Hit the sub and more importantly, the notification button. You continue forging your future. I will see you in my next video release.